Welcome back. We're going to be heading off to Welcome back. We're going to be heading off to Berea soon, but first we need to make sure we get some quests out the way and do the rounds, obviously, so we'll pick up the quests as we're doing the rounds. That's the first time seeing Lady Aurelia in quite a while. She's become even more intimidating than she was before. Everything she said seemed to involve violence in some way or another, too. Sounded like they might even end up becoming Lord Arsaid's enemies sooner or later. I should let everyone in town know about this at once. Then he goes straight back to cooking. Back when Lady Aurelia used to live in Legram, she'd come here often for dinner. It's sad that someone like that may become an enemy of Lord Arsaid's, but that's how things are these days. Do take care, everyone. And come back here anytime. You're always welcome. Phew, I was seriously getting worried there, but fortunately things worked out. Try not to let what happened get you down, alright? You're going to pick up a friend, aren't you? You can't be meeting them with those gloomy faces. You feel free to come back and visit whenever you like. You'll always be welcome here. I pray that you're able to find your friend. Have a safe trip, and good luck. Please leave everything here in Legram to me. I only ask that you take care on your travels. Berea is one of the Noble Alliance's most important strongholds. As such, I expect there will be large numbers of Provincial Army soldiers on patrol there. Stay safe. Oh, hello. Heading out of town, are we? Take care. Though if your departure isn't urgent, might I suggest visiting the guild? I'm not trying to force you to do so or anything. It's merely a suggestion. I leave the decision to you. That's just a suggestion. It's certainly a vehement one. Yes. I wonder whether making that request was the wisest choice. I never expected these two to show up when they did. Still, now that we've begun, we need to follow through. If it can be motivational somehow, all the better. Hey, are you all heading off somewhere? Indeed. I'm not sure how long we'll be away for, but we'll be gone for a while. We're on our way to Berea, actually. Fine by me. Good luck, you guys. You'll need it too. If you run into those generals who visited your mansion earlier, or anyone else like them made use of a bid, they were, pretty terrifying. Try to be careful, okay? We will. Thanks. Be sure you do the same. Take care out there. Hopefully it won't be too long before our paths cross again. In the meantime, though, I'll keep my ear to the ground for any news of how my family might be doing. Maybe I'll even ask the students to help me train while I'm here. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw those two. What are two of the Alliance's most famed generals doing here? They were really intimidating, though. But if they ever threatened the town, we'd have our swords at the ready and a heartbeat to protect it. It only took me one look to realize those generals are both way out of our league. I'd heard the stories, but seeing them in person was... I doubt even the acting master could defeat them. Goes to show how big this world is, and how full of strange and powerful people it is, too. I tried comforting Vivi, but if anything, I only ended up upsetting her even more. I'm a total failure as a sister. Aww. A sister's job is to comfort those who are suffering, but I had someone in tears right in front of me, couldn't do a thing. I'm a complete failure. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. You basically have to bring back Linda, which is beyond your power. Oh, cool. You guys managed to meet up again. Nice to hear some good news for a change. Agreed. Thanks for your concern. Well, it's about time for us to get going. Okay, take care of yourselves. But if you hear anything about Linda while you're over there, really, anything at all, well, yes, of course, Vivi, don't you worry. We'll come right back and tell you as soon as possible, don't worry. Just don't give up hope. Linda's tough. Thanks, guys. I'll try to hold out hope as long as I can. Good luck, everyone. Even if you don't have me to help you out, you'll have my prayers for your success. It's gonna be okay in the end. She's safe and sound out there somewhere. I know she is. I've just gotta perk up. It's completely understandable. Heading off to Berea, huh? Yeesh, that's not going to be an easy trip. Without any actual conflict going on there, it's a dangerous place to be. Don't worry. We're all keenly aware that we're wanted criminals in the eyes of the Alliance. When you put it like that, it sounds kind of cool, but that's not the only reason. The Alliance isn't quite as united as you think. Lots of different factions and different goals going on in there. It only takes one of them to make some trouble for things to get messy. Just keep your eyes and ears open. That's awfully ominous. Thank you for the warning, Father. I'll be sure to keep it in mind. I think it's about time I did something about that young lady. She's even got Theramis down in the dumps. At this rate, girls' tears are gonna flood the whole building and bust the door off its hinges. Aw, Vivi. So even that General Legram has her eyes on Lady Laura now. This could be real trouble. We'll have to be vigilant from now on. I won't let anyone try to take Our Lady from us. The girls of Legram are unmatched in the art of misunderstanding, I swear. There's nothing that can be done when she's like this. All we can do is wait for the storm to pass. I'm not going to stand on the sidelines and allow someone to try and take Our Lady Laura from us. Before this general woman tries anything, she'll need to join our fan club. Then there will be rules for her to abide by. Lady Laura is for sharing. Try to monopolize her will not be permitted under even the most extreme circumstances. I've heard you're all off to Breahard, is that true? That's correct. We're hoping to reunite with Eustace. I see. Well, you'll want to be careful. Breahard's one of the Noble Alliance's greatest strongholds and filled with people who celebrate their victories. No safe place for those who don't support them. That's for sure. Watch your backs, you understand me? I'm always watching my back. Breahard is one of the Noble Alliance's greatest strongholds, and the war's only filling the people's pocketbooks. It's not going to be a terribly comfortable place for any of you, but if you have to go, please try to be careful. Aurelia Le Guin seems to have refined her skills even further since her last visit to Legram. Even before she left, she'd earned herself the nickname Rakshasa, and many thought she would one day surpass Lord Arsaid. What a shame. Such a skilled swordswoman is now fighting for the Noble Alliance. I was on tenterhooks the whole time she was here, wondering what she'd do next. A man accompanying her looked rather formidable himself. Perhaps their appearance here bodes ill. Tread lightly on your travels, everyone. Take care, Pedro. We'll be back before you know it. Be sure to take care of your owners while we're away. Alright, that takes care of these cheese for now. But how much longer is the war going to keep dragging on? It's the students staying here who I feel the most sorry for. Even if the fighting doesn't truly end, it'd be nice if things at least died down enough for them to safely return home. I think Lord Arsaid is hard at work trying to achieve at least that much, if not more. Might not know where he is, but I'm sure he's out there fighting to give us our country back in his own way. Right, it's been a gas, but I think it's about time I roll on out of here, whenever the next train actually shows. It's so inconvenient to not know when you'll be able to leave somewhere. I really hope the one I missed this morning wasn't the last one of the day. Munch. Well, I guess I'll have to wait a little longer and see what happens. There are only 1 or 2 trains to Breahard a day now, so it really could have been today's last. Munch, munch. Be nice if I could catch one before my wallet ends up empty, at least. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Both General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius exuded a sense of power. Both of them seemed incredibly skilled. Legram has no shortage of strong warriors, but I'm still find myself overwhelmed by their very presence. Of course, seeing them here made me immediately fear for your safety, Lady Laura. After all, the battlefield you may find yourself on could be littered with people such as those thirsting for your blood. I agree. Speaking with them made me keenly aware of my own inexperience. Still, no matter the danger, cannot turn my back on my beliefs. I must go. I never expected you to back down from a minute, Lady Laura. Please do take care. Just look at how marvelous Lady Laura is today. She is somehow even more gallant than usual. I will stay here, eagerly longing for your return every moment you are away, Lady Laura. So please, hurry back to us safely. Oh my. That ship belonged to the Alliance, didn't it? What business could they possibly have here in Legram? All I want is to get back to the Sutherland province. Where's that damn liner going to arrive? Here, please share this with your guests. Wow, this is some high-quality cheese. Thank you so much. It's not much, but please, take some of this in return. It's some high-quality sugar I received from a merchant. Are you sure? Ah, you're too kind. What a relief that the fog is finally thinning out. Hopefully this is a sign that the fires of war will soon fade, too. Hopefully. One nice thing about Legram being a rural area is that we've never wanted for food supplies, so hopefully even with limited contact with the outside world, we should be able to make it through the winter. It'd be nice if the war came to an end before that became an issue, though. Couldn't last like this forever. Yeah, maybe you should think about that in the long term. How did I wind up in this mess? I'm a politician, a shining pillar of moral strength that keeps this nation standing. I'm far too important to be wasting away in a hick town like this. I need to get back to Heimdall as soon as possible. But I can't let myself get caught up by Noble Alliance either. What am I to do? How did I end up in this mess? And my beloved collection remains unharmed back at the mansion. I need to find some way to return to Heimdall safely, but how? I don't care about myself, not when I have my things to worry about. But the nobles haven't seized my collection, that would be terrible. All the worrying has even been keeping me up at night. They've stopped arguing, but now they're just grumbling to themselves instead. Having to look out for them is really wiping me out. We could both learn a lot from the lady in the room next to us. I think her name's Maria or something? No matter what it is, she's more level-headed than those two will ever be. Julian and Carlo play with Nico every day. That's so very sweet of them. Everyone in this town is so friendly. I feel terrible that I can't do anything to thank them for their kindness. Oh, there just has to be something. I'm just trying to think of what. Nico was so despondent when we first got here, but he's really opened up lately. He's having so much fun now. It's just wonderful. I wish I could do something for the people of this town to repay them for everything they've done for this family. You're leaving, then? Happy trails? In the sky? What? These highways are more lethal than they used to be. And that's only partially due to the new batch of monsters. You're leaving, then? Happy trails of cold steel? Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, the fog does seem to have dissipated. Maybe you're right about the cause being at the castle after all, young lady. I can jump right back into work. I still suggest taking care on the highways for a while, though. You'll probably also want to bring someone along to keep you safe, just to be sure. Of course. Don't worry about me. But thank you again for providing us with such a valuable service. Oh, not at all. I'm just glad to have been able to help the town. Wow. Sounds like she's made herself an invaluable part of this town while I was away. She certainly has. Everyone here flocks to her for her knowledge and ability. Myself included. I'm thrilled to finally be able to get back to working on the highways. After a month in that wild fog, they must be in desperate need of repair. I've got no time to waste. I'm really getting fired up here. Take these, too. I hear there are some small children among them, and you can never have too many changes of clothes. Thanks, I'll be back later then, okay? Remember, you're all welcome to come back at any time. Sheltering 5 or 6 children here would hardly be a bother. I'm off to take supplies to some of the refugees who've made their way to Legram. Don't worry about us here, Lady Laura. We'll make sure to keep Legram the wonderful, peaceful town it always was. So you can stay focused on your own fight and give it your all. I will, Cindy. Thank you for your support. Oh dear. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm amazed that Laura's been able to live here for so long and not pick up on how the girls all feel about her. She's so focused on that she doesn't always realize the feelings of those next to her. Maybe like someone else I know. What does that mean? No. Well, I had time to take a break, but my rest was too restful. I slept right through my train. Can't believe this. The next one probably won't be here for hours. Why can't these things run more often? Commander, I found the materials that Klaus requested, sir. Excellent work, Lance Corporal. Nico, check the contents right away. Sure, I mean, yes, sir. Don't tell Dad or Chloe that we're helping out, got it? Why, because it's a matter of pride, okay? Is that a manly way of saying you'd be super embarrassed if they knew? I was wondering what you'd all been up to of late. This, however, would have been my last guess. Helping the people of Legram is one of the Junior Eisenritter's most important duties that only Klaus and Miles will ever know about. Well, and you guys, I guess. Junior insists on keeping it quiet for some reason. Don't know why. Is it just me, or did the fog just get lighter? It'll make it easy for us to play. It'll make it easier for us to play, sir. Oh, hello there. I see those two generals have finally left. It's really overwhelming being in their presence, though. Fortunately, they only seem to be here to assess the situation, but they certainly caught us off guard. Their visit served as a stark reminder of how inexperienced I am, but I've no time to be lamenting that now. We need to keep moving forward, don't we, Rean? Exactly. We need to find uses, and then we'll finally be back together again. I can't wait. That's what I like to see. And while you're all fired up, I have some work I think would be perfect for you to handle. Would you be willing to? Sorry. In my defense, one of these requests is specifically addressed to you. Really? Well, I don't see the harm in taking a little peek at least. You may have beaten us last time, but we have tremendously improved our skills in the interim. As such, we would like to request another bout with you. Should this please you, come meet us in the training hall. We will be waiting. Rebel! I've received word that a large dangerous monster has been sighted on the Ebel Highway. I'd love it if you'd take care of it for me. Probably do that first. Now it all makes sense. There are only a few of them too. You should be able to handle these without too much trouble. Keep in mind that as much as I'd love your help, I won't force it on you. Whether you choose to take care of them or not, may the goddess be with you. And take care. Thank you. Now that things are back to normal here in Legram, I need to return my focus to the rest of the country. Those two generals aren't the only assets the Alliance has at its disposal. They've got Jaegers, turrets, and even some Ouroboros enforcers helping them. So good luck. You're gonna need it. The fog's gotten a lot better along here too. It certainly has. Our visibility should be largely unimpaired now. We'll need to travel north along the highway to reach Berea Heart. Still be careful. The high elements are still plenty present. Come to think of it, you said that Valimar, the Ashen Knight, was somewhere along here, didn't you, Rean? Yeah, he's on a plateau about halfway down. But we could stop by where he is and check in on him. If you want, just don't get too sidetracked. Anyway, let's go. Valimar is sleeping peacefully. It's been quite some time since I last saw Valimar. His aid was truly invaluable during the battle near Trista. Well, we should leave him to rest for the time being. Good idea. Here's hoping we can find uses and bring him back here by the time he's up and ready. Alright, let's take on this big beastie here then. Very muscly, so probably want to go defensive, I'd say.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, look at it, it's got giant muscles. Let's go for Tuna, even though
Here I go.
Crest may have been a good idea, but I'm thinking Chrono Drive. Probably be spamming Tea Party on this boss, let's put it like that. La Forte. Yeah, that's what we got to be wary of.
Yeah.
Buffity buff buff.
Here I go.
Alright, La Crest.
Arcus activate. Hup.
Give us our defense that we need.
Now.
Ooh.
May I?
I mean, you may, but...
Here I go.
Buffy buff
My
buff.
turn.
Chrono Drive. Be nice if we get some crits on the turn order. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
Onward!
Onward. Do we need La Forte? Do we need it? I'm looking around for the strength. Yes, we do.
Arcus, activate!
May I?
I don't need the Fortuna at this point, do I? No. So... Tea Party would be an idea, but it's that sort of thing like, well, not right now. You're vulnerable to a giant ape monster that wandered out from deep in the forest, crushes all of its great arms. Yes, look at the muscles on it. Fire, go with the unbalanced. Poison would be a good idea if we could. You are very, very... like, buffy in the way of stats. It's sort of like... Somebody get poison
Of
on
course.
it. Like, she can get random ailments. Random ailments is what she's good at here. Do I need another look crest? I do.
Arcus, activate!
Hup!
Here I go.
Here you go.
Ha!
ADF down, something. Okay, I'm happy with the buffs now. Probably need a
With
heal.
pleasure.
Probably need a heal.
My turn.
Should be alright.
Die!
I won't give up.
I won't give up. Let's go with Impassion on you, because then I can throw out tea times. Yeah.
Arcus,
Yeah.
activate.
If we go with Impassion on you, then it should be okay to throw out stuff like Radiant Walls, Azure Flame, Slash.
Behold the might
Probably
of the
wasted that.
Arcade School!
0 arts, but...
Radiant Wall!
Nice.
Azure flames gather on my blade.
The chances of getting some of these debuffs on it are quite slim, though, based on its analysis.
Here I go.
Here you go. Okay, so probably best go with that. Get some heals going.
May I?
Tea time. There's another heal as well, so it's lovely.
How would you all like some tea?
I'd love a cup.
It will only take a
Estelle
moment
is
to cool.
always a fan of tea parties.
You have my
Thank you
thanks.
very much.
Thank you very much. Ooh, crap.
Thanks.
You have
You
my
have
thanks.
my thanks.
Ooh.
Very well.
Ooh, not good there. Can get Emma back. Let's go with tea time again. Because that's a heal, so that's just lovely regardless.
How would you all like? It will only
You
take
have
a
my
moment. Thank you
thanks.
very much.
Like, having that heal is just
Here I go.
straight up good. We've got her back as well. Everything's good. Everything's good. I want to try and see if I can get that.
Now's our chance.
So now I can use
Let's go, everyone.
Overdrive and get my burst back up with bravery points, etc. Say burst.
It's my turn.
Okay, so that worked out alright. As if I could get Holy Breath out, but I'm thinking probably just best to go with that. Over there and you.
You have my thanks.
Okay, at this
My
point,
turn.
Overdrive.
Brightly.
Overdrive.
Overdrive! Okay, we got our CP pretty much maxed out for what we want.
They're off guard!
Got you. Let's move. Sit. Now's our chance.
I wonder if
An
I should
opening.
just spam the S-crafts at this point.
Leave this to me. Sia! Now's our chance!
Got you.
Thinking yes. Obviously I'm thinking yes because you saw me do it.
Knights of the Arcade School! Radiant Wall!
Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Flames gather on my blade. Ha! Strike.
Here he goes.
Rise, great towers!
You're done, mate.
Let's keep going.
Indeed. Oh.
Yes!
Well, that takes care of that. Now all that's left is to report. We should go back right away. Report now. That sounds best. Let's head straight back there. Seeing as I need to go off to the training hall as well. Woo baby. Ah, you took care of that monster on the highway, did you? Thanks for taking care of that. Here's your reward from the guild. Thank you, Miles. Feel free to call on us if you need anything else. Now that things are back to normal here in Legram, I need to return. Yeah, you've said this, mate. You've said that. Right, so what I'm thinking at this point is do what I did previously, but you didn't see me do it, which is go in here and spam. I say spam. Do it twice. That's spamming, apparently. Spam this until I get my CP fully recovered, because it's like, yeah, having that would be nice for any battles that are potentially coming up, because they obviously are, because they want a rematch, so big hint that we're going to have a fight. Really, isn't it? It's like, yeah. Alright, so let's go see about taking them on. I'm assuming they won't be as hard as the previous boss. Could be wrong, though. There they are. Is this them? There they are. Ah, Klaus. Ah, so you were able to make it after all. You have our thanks. I presume this means that you saw the request we placed at the guild, then? That's right. So this request is basically round 2 of the request you made last time we were in Legram. Maybe I should say a chance for you to get revenge on us. Take it that way if you want. I certainly won't object. Been training hard since the day you last defeated us. Not just in this hall either. Had plenty of chances to strengthen our skills in actual combat as well. Naturally, we'd like to see just how much we've improved, and what better opponents for that than yourselves. Sounds like an excellent idea. Besides, we might not be able to return for some time, so we might as well settle the score. On top of that, it's been quite some time since I've had the chance to fight any of you, so this could be fun. Someone's ready. Well, just looking at you, you seem like you really improved by leaps and bounds since our last fight. Win or lose, I think this would make for some good training for us too. Just like last time, this will be a 4-on-4 battle. Which of your classmates will be taking part? If you don't mind, I believe I speak for all of us when I'd say we'd like to fight Rean and Lady Laura. Fine by me. That means we only need to choose 2 of us. Please allow me to bow out then. I'm merely here to aid the members of Class 7 not settle their scores for them. Guess we'll need 2 more from Class 7. Any preferences, Rean? Whoever I pick better be well equipped and ready to fight. I'd like to begin as soon as your team is organized. Are you ready to choose your allies now? Yep. I was born ready. Haha, that's what I like to hear. Then please assemble your team and assume your positions. Select 4 characters. Alright, so Emma, obviously, and Mango. Yeah, seems good. Thank you for granting us this battle. I have to show you how much we've improved. Jab. And this time we're gonna win. I concur with the jab. I can hardly wait to get started. Well now, we really do look stronger than last time. It's like we're facing down entirely different people. Sure, but that just means we have to give this our all. Good luck, everyone. Both sides are practically crackling with anticipation. I just hope nobody ends up getting hurt over this. Is everyone ready? To begin.
We have nothing to fear.
But fear itself, of course. Now I want to take advantage of this. 0 arts, obviously. But at the same time, I want to ensure that they don't get the 0 watts. So I'm going to come out with ultimate shot. Let's take you two.
Hope you're ready. You're finished.
Intriguing.
Onward!
Alright, so what we got? Very vulnerable to moot. Oh god, you're gonna get blinded, mate. Are you vulnerable to freeze? No. I mean, there's loads of stat debuffs all over the place, so I'm thinking if we can get some AoE going here, because I have a lot of stuff that's very, like, sort of like debuffy, so
Blade of light!
maybe we'll get quite a bit on you.
Here I go.
So if we do second form, Gale.
Second form. Gale.
There's a blind.
Here I go.
What can we do? Maybe confuse and burns going all over the place.
Dance flames. Aster flare.
Yeah, there's a lot of debuffs going on these guys. What was that? Jab.
Let's move.
Let's move. What else? Get faint on you as well.
Burn to ash.
Maybe.
Fall. Now.
Now.
An opening!
Bring in a heal at some point.
My turn.
Some point. Suction with the faint could be good.
No escape! Saya!
Yeah, it's worth a try. Okay, so Holy Breath. Should be alright.
I wasn't strong enough.
Well, I wasn't anticipating that, obviously.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. It's my turn.
Rean, go for it.
As your flames gather on
Try to take advantage of the crit.
Strike!
That's one down. Two down.
It's my turn.
Alright, let's get Laura back up and correct our mistake there. I should really buff up more, it's just I don't feel like I need to with these guys. Maybe I should try for Petrify.
Leave this to me.
Like, that would be good, wouldn't it? 30%? Grand press.
This isn't looking good.
Man, about looking great.
Dance flames. Aster flare.
Like I say, it's looking so great. I'm not putting much thought
Here we
into
go.
like taking these guys on. Sorry, guys, you're just not that big of a deal. Oh dear. Go with Gale.
Second form. Gale. Now.
An opening! Leave this to me. Blade of light! Come! They're off guard! Our time is now!
Our time is now.
Leave it to me. Sit. Eat that. Take.
I was gonna say it's gonna hit no one. Screw it. Throw that out. Why not?
Rise, great towers.
Like, I'm basically learning the fact like they get debuffs quite easily. It's like that's destroyed them, so it's like, oh.
Rest in peace.
Like, look at the debuffs on him.
Now's our chance.
An opening! Our fighting was in perfect sync.
When I could keep up, at least.
She died at one point. And that's the bout. Ugh, we weren't able to overcome them after all. They got us good, alright. And we get that fight our all, too. We've gotten stronger, and yet we're still not strong enough. You still fought really well. Agreed, I didn't expect you to pose that challenge you did. A loss does not mean you shouldn't be proud of yourselves. Now this clears the last concerns from my mind. See now that you have the strength to achieve whatever you put your mind to, regardless of any obstacles in your path. Exactly. All we can do is wish you well, even though you're sure to do fine. Is this the part where you would tell us that you've been hoping to test us since you first put in the request? Please forgive our impertinence, but the path you walk is a thorny one indeed. All of Legram was worried about whether or not you would be able to walk it. For our peace of mind, we decided to test you. Well, no matter why you did it, it was a great chance for us to flex our muscles. We especially appreciate the opportunity after the botched encounter with those two generals too, so thank you. Better still, it reassured me that you're more than capable of taking care of Legram in my and my father's absence. I'll be counting on you. Of course, Lady Dora. We'll keep Legram safe. How wonderful that this was a rewarding experience for both sides. But allow me to sugar those rewards somewhat as a token of my thanks for your time. Thank you so much, Klaus. As much as I don't want to after all this, I'm afraid it's time for us to go. Of course. May the goddess watch over all of us. I will eagerly await the next time we find ourselves reunited. But I've got to speak to him, haven't I? Safe travels on your way to Brehard. The Noble Alliance has legions of formidable warriors in their ranks. They're not to be taken lightly. Yep. I look forward to seeing all of you back here again soon. That's the kind of thing I'd slip up and say. It's weird that it's in text. Not in speech, I could understand. It's in text, it's like... They're not to be taken lightly. Again, it's like, I could see me slipping up and it's like, that's like predictive, like, thing in my head that I do that tries to fill in blanks. It's like, lightly, likely, I can understand that. It's the written aspect. It's like, I suppose it's possible. It feels strange to me. I don't know. As someone who slips up a lot here and there, it's like, that one feels odd. You've proven your strength. The fog is gone. Nothing left now but the tearful goodbyes. Next time, though, we're going to be the ones who win. You better not let up on your training, because we sure won't. Not a chance. I'm really looking forward to our next fight. With the way your skills improved in these past few months, we never stood a chance. Given how strong you are now, I am certain you'll be able to do anything you set your heart on. So I wish you all the very best. Likewise, please take good care of Legram in our absence. We may have been defeated, but I feel completely refreshed all the same. Dark clouds may hang on this land, but you have the strength to do something about them. That just inspires us to gain the same power. I wish you well. There's nothing like a good bout. Just look how motivated all of the students here are after that. Makes me pine for another opportunity to face you in battle. Hopefully our next chance won't be too far from now. With that settled, please leave everything here in Legram in our care. I add my voice to the chorus of those who are excited to see you back here soon. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? But I'm thinking probably best to end this part here, and in the next part we'll finally head off towards Brehard. I do want to just check on Miles and see if there's anything going on there. I will obviously go to the inn again, get my CP back up. Thanks for taking care of those requests for us. We're sorely lacking the resources to deal with problems on the highway, I'm afraid. So I really do appreciate the help. I wish you all good luck in the days ahead. Hope it won't be long before you found your classmate. Well, it's lovely. So, we'll see you in the next part anyway, when we head for Berehard. Ta-ta for now.